Thanks for taking the time, Steph. I wanted to ask first a little bit about the pitch. It looked like there was a lot of slips and falls out there. I wanted to see if you could share a little bit about the condition of it. And then also, just kind of with this loss, is there any kind of, leftover from Wednesday, or what do you kind of attribute this one to?
I mean, the pitch was wet. It's humid. It was really hot out there. I was slipping. I think everybody was slipping. But that's for both teams. It's kind of like the Miami game. We played a bit of a rotated lineup, but at the end of the day, the 11 guys that started tonight and everybody that came on is still a very good MLS team, in my opinion. That's like, we always talk about what makes this club very good is the depth that we have. And we did very, very well, especially in the hot climate after Wednesday. But, it's a few mental errors, whether it's tracking back. And then once they got the goal, I think it was kind of a track meet at the end. It's frustrating. I think, I don't think Wednesday has a lot to do with it. I think, yes, of course, everybody was happy on Wednesday, but come today, everybody was focused on the game. And it's a disappointing one.
Okay, reminder, if you have a question for Steph, please go ahead and hit that raise hand function button. Thank you very much, Mickey. I see you. Go ahead and ask your question.
Thanks, Alex. Hey, Steph, in the first half, you guys seem to be up for it. You matched Dallas with intensity. And the second half, there seemed to be a little bit of a drop. Did you kind of feel that in the second half? Or what changed for you between the two halves?
I felt the game just opened up a little bit. As the night cooled off a little bit, I think guys had found a little bit more energy. When subs come on, it changes the game a little bit. So I think the game was a little bit more open end to end. And then there were some spells of possession. But I think that we struggled to really keep the ball well in their half and then really create good chances off of those. I think we had good spells of possession. They're a team that presses really hard, and we came out expecting that. I think I could have done a little bit better in the first half of playing sometimes when I went long. But I do think we played out of the back well, connected good passes. It was wet field, hard to keep the footing on, but it was a good field for playing. And I think that we seemed a little bit more missing that final pass and missing that ball that makes a really good chance.
Jeremiah, I saw you next. Go ahead.
Yes, Steph, do you feel like there's anything you can take from this one and carry forward either into the Open Cup or into these games where you have a rotated lineup?
I think every game that we play with a rotated lineup is an opportunity to get experience with one another, whether that's a mixed lineup, whether it's a fully rotated lineup like tonight. It adds more minutes under each of our belts playing with a different group. So I think that that's valuable going forward because, yes, we do it in training, but 90 minutes is always different than training. So I think that there are things that we can learn from this game, definitely. There are some good pieces of the game, and I think that those are the things that we can take moving forward is a little bit more familiarity with each other.
Joe Mondello, I see you next. Go ahead.
Jackson Reagan came up with a few big last-minute tackles and to stop some breakaways. What did you make of his performance tonight?
I thought he was fantastic. I thought actually Nuhu, AB, Jackson, I thought the whole back line was very, very good. Ethan, for not playing for a very long time, I thought he was excellent, composed on the ball. He did all the work, which is not easy to do in Dallas in May when you haven't played for a while. But I think Jackson came up with some big 1v1 defensive stops. Nuhu had an incredible tackle at the end when Oberon was through on goal. AB had some big saves. I think all of them were very good defensively. Building out, I was really, really happy with those guys.
Jada, I see your hand raised. Do you have a follow-up?
Yes, thanks. Steph, Wednesday was a big win for MLS in terms of you guys being the first team to do that for them. Were there any congratulations or anything like that from Dallas, or was it strictly business today?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mix. I think people are happy for us, but at the end of the day, we know that we've had a target on our back for a long time. That's just kind of the price for being a successful club. And the target just got a little bit bigger because while the league is happy, everybody wanted that. People wanted it for the league, of course, but everybody wanted to be that first team. It's like, when you win the MLS Cup, everybody wants to beat you. It's just like this. Everybody wants to beat us now. It's how it always is. And it just gave them a little bit more motivation. And now it's our job to step up and defend that, show everybody why we're the first team to do it day in and day out. And now we have to refocus and start getting points in the league.